Greetings. Hi, this is Brad Keller with Bradstreet Proper LLC. We are a property management company in Columbus, Georgia. And today we're going to talk about how to buy properties with low or no money down. So how is that possible? Well, first, I would say in the Columbus market, this is much easier to pull off than in the California market, where prices are much higher, or in other markets around the country. So in the Columbus market, you can buy properties for $50,000. I've done this many times, and so you can do that. So $50,000 is much easier to come by than, say, $500,000. So how do you buy properties with little or no money down? Okay, I'm going to walk you through my first deal. We're going to talk through it, and you can get some ideas on how you can buy your first rental property with low or no money down, okay? So my first deal was $48,900, and this was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, nice house, a single family neighborhood, pretty typical, but the house was kind of small, okay? I definitely would I do better deals, I think, now than I did back then. So there's a couple things I would change on that deal, but this is my my first deal. So it was a $48,900 property, and so what I did to buy the property was the first thing is I of course had to look at the property and determine whether it was worth it to buy. Okay, let's go past that. We've got a property, we know we want it, we think it's a good deal. Okay. So the next thing I had to do was figure out how I'm going to pay for it, okay? At this time, I had zero money in my checking account. I was very broke. I had great credit. I had some available credit lines, like I had a gold line, like for about $5,000. I had a couple credit cards that didn't have any balances on them, and my credit score was in the 700s. So I admit, that's not everybody's situation, but that was my situation. Okay, so here's what I did. I did a bunch of research, and I found a company that is called a hard money lender. Okay, and yes, it is scary title because it is scary. Okay, these people lent me the money to buy this house at 18%. Okay, 18%. This was a terrible deal, and it was a short-term loan, so meaning that the payment was very high. Okay, now I was making a decent income at the time, so I knew I could sustain high payments. But I just didn't have any cash. I was just getting started, and I didn't have any cash in my pocket. So the second thing I did was calculate. Okay, they said they would give me 65% of the purchase price, and I had to come up with a remainder, which, if my memory serves me, was around $20,000. Okay, so how did I do that? Well, I asked one of my relatives for a loan, which he was willing to do for, of course, at an interest-only payment. And so the payment was low. I don't remember the exact deal, but I remember he gave me like $10,000, okay? And so, but it was only a couple $100 a month, interest only, something like that. And so he gave me some of the money, and then I was able to take an advance on my credit card and to come up with the remainder of the cash for the deal, and then also the rehab. Okay, so I just want to be clear, this is not a recommended strategy. This is not healthy. This is not safe. Okay, but this is how I was able to get experience, to cut my teeth in real estate, and to get my first deal done. I'm telling you, I took a ton of risk, but I had nothing to lose. So to me, I thought the greater risk was doing nothing. And so I chose to go forward, even though the risk to most people would be too great. Okay? So I bought this property with $0. Okay? And here's why this frustrates me. It frustrates me that I hear so many people say, I don't have any money, so I can't buy real estate. And you know what? I just think it's an excuse. Because if you're serious and you want to be a real estate investor, you can get it done. You might take a ton of risk. And real estate investing is risky business, and you need to figure out if you're willing to take that risk. It could have gone the other way. I could have not been able to make those payments. I could have damaged my credit. I didn't have a house. I didn't have any other debts. So, I mean, I could have lost and it could have not worked out. But in this case, it did work out, because what I did is I bought that property, I rehabbed it, and a year later I refinanced it for $74,000. I was able to get a loan that was like 75% of the purchase price, and I was, or I'm sorry, 75% of the new appraised price, and I was able to clean up a lot of that bad debt. Okay, I got a much better interest rate, and I was able to clean up that. And what were they looking for? They wanted to see rents. I showed them rents. They wanted to see, that I was managing the deal well, which I was able to prove after taking all those bad loans. I think many people present this kind of easy, it's low risk, it's and that wasn't my experience. My experience was, it was hard. I learned a lot. I took some bruises, but I got my deal done, and now I've been able to do many deals since. And it was because I took that risk and got that first deal done. And I do not regret it at all. But many people will say that was very risky and stupid. And, where I'm standing now, if I was to do that today, I think it's risky and stupid. So anyway, that's my first deal. That's how I got it done with no money down. Now, you can do the same thing. You can, get lines of credit. You can use your credit cards. You can find some family and friends who are willing to partner with you, give you some of the money. You can find family and friends that are willing to loan you the down payment. You need to make it worth their while. You need to show them that you're going to deliver a return on their money. That's what they're looking for. So you help them do that, and you'll get your deals done. So that's how I bought my first property with no money down. And I hope it helps you get your first deal done. Thanks so much.